Good.
3, 2, 1.
It's Comic-Con Day 4, and I am here with one of my favorites of all time. This is Hurricane Helms. We're hanging out at New York Comic-Con, and well, you need to stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. How you doing, Shane?
I'm doing wonderful, citizen. How about yourself?
I'm very well, thank you for asking. So you're here promoting your new comic book with Jerry Lawler called Headlocked. Tell us all about it.
It's a comic book about breaking into professional wrestling. Just the perils and the turmoil and the toils and all the drama that is the behind-the-scenes stuff that people think they know about, but trust me, you don't know how hard it is to break into this business. It's a very uplifting book as well. I do a short story in it. Rob Van Dam does a short story. Chris Daniels, Jerry Lawler does some of the art. Michael Kingston, who's the owner and creator of the book, has just put together my two favorite worlds, which are pro wrestling and comic books. He has combined them into this story that is just really, really great, and we're all very proud of it.
Right on, right on. Now, your story has been very well known through Omega and everything that you, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Shannon Moore had to go through coming up out of North Carolina. Your story's been very well told. Is your story going to be told more in this book?
Oh, definitely, definitely. We definitely take pieces of our own perspective, our own lives, and sneak it into the book a little bit. So when you see a story from Shane Helms, you know there's a little bit of the actual Shane Helms in that story. So it definitely helps this, because the best way to tell a story is to actually live it first. And then you get all the details, so it definitely helps out. Absolutely,
absolutely. Now, the Hurricane's been a phenomenon for many, many years, starting out in WWE, especially, and I think everybody here who's watching actually knows all about this, the infamous Hamburglar skit. You know, the Hurricane has been beyond that, even now on the independent circuit, one of the most, what's the word I'm looking for here? Most in-demand characters in the world. How did you come up with the Hurricane?
Well, believe it or not, even though like comics were a huge part of my life, I got a collection that exceeds about 18,000. So I read. I'm actually a reader. I don't collect them just for the cool covers. I actually read the books. So it's a big part of my life to be involved in that. But I was also a 22 gold medalist as an amateur wrestler. I just wanted to be a wrestler. But WWE came to me with this idea for the Hurricane because the Green Lantern tattoo. I used to wear the comic book shirts to TV. I was never embarrassed to be a comic book fan. It's cool now because all the movies and everybody's a comic book fan now. But it didn't used to be that way. But I was always proud of that fact that, I was a comic book fan. That's why I would wear my shirts and stuff. So anyway, they came to me with the idea about being a superhero, and I was like, I think I could do that. And it was only supposed to be a couple weeks, few months at the most. That was in 2001. And here we are at Comic-Con 2014.
13 years is probably one of the most fun characters to watch in all of wrestling. If you have not seen Shane Helms wrestle, you have to see this guy wrestle. I especially recommend you get the WWE Network for $9.99. You can go back to the WCW days and watch him in 3 count. I'm sorry, I had to mention 3 count. It was one of those times. Can you give us a breakdown? Hold on. Can you pull out? We're gonna let Shane Helms break it down. Give it up for Shane Helms, guys. There it is, there it is.
But now we got to end on the Hurricane. Are you ready for this?
Now, I got Batman here to make sure this happens the right way. Batman watching our back. So right now, Shane Helms has to fight crime. My name is Quicksilver from the Structure Network. Give it up again for Shane Helms. And now I need everyone to stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Through howling winds and pouring rain, all evil shall fear the hurricane.